A talk in which, well, the main focus would be to be rational.
Oh, Christ. Look, I really don't want to deal with this shit today any more than I already have. If this is why I'm here, I'm just gonna leave.
Hmm.
Seriously, we're still on this shit?
I
Okay.
have no idea. Well, that went well.
As soon as he heard the word rational.
Wait, what's even going on?
I literally didn't say anything. Doodle, I pray that you were recording that. Good.
Wait, what's going on?
You see, we wanted to have an intervention with UTF because of behaving in Skype calls. But UTF doesn't want to have to deal with that, so we wanted to leave.
Alright, Doodle, you still recording this? Alright. Here's what we were planning on telling UTF before he did what he always does when he's in a tight situation and backs down. Alright, here's what we did. We compiled a list of 12 reasons why it's a bummer to have him in our calls. Alright, we were going to simply read him out these reasons and have him calmly and fucking rationally explain like why he does this, or try to refute it, or at least acknowledge it in any kind of way. And as you've already seen, I didn't even read a single one. He's already dismissed the idea, so I guess that would be up to Doodle's viewers to decide. Alright, so that's okay, John. Somebody else will fight your battle for you. Here's what we were gonna say. Number one, he is extremely close-minded. If Justin, you've been in our calls long enough to know that when somebody tries to present a different idea than John's, he'll immediately back down and dismiss it immediately because dude, he's not gonna come back in. Did you hear him? Like, he's not willing to be rational, alright? Alright, literally the thought of him coming in here just will not change anything. Alright, it really doesn't matter. Alright, he's not, I'm gonna call him right now. I guarantee he's gonna leave right afterwards. Alright. Yep, see? He's not gonna pick up, so just don't do it right now. I mean, if you guys want to talk to him, then that's fine with me, but
You want to keep reading off the stuff we're going to say?
yeah, I mean, I may as well. So, man, people have to know about this shit.
Yeah.
Like I said, John is extremely close-minded. When you try to present a different idea than his, he'll dismiss it immediately, usually, and he'll think that his view on the matter is the only right answer. Number two, this is a list of 12 items, by the way, just to make sure everybody knew. Number two, he has to insult people to feel superior. When people disagree with him on certain topics, especially politics, he'll call them names, primarily idiot, moron, dickhead, etc. Number three, I think this one is very apparent in all of his videos. He is arrogant. When certain people approach him in a debate, or like, for example, Life in a Tin, like, I believe the first time he got into a call with Life in a Tent, like, that was recorded by Doodle, he was like, well, if it isn't life in a motherfucking tent, you know, like, he's acting cocky as if it's not even going to be a challenge, and that's really not helpful. you know, it's not helpful to the person you're debating, and it's not healthy for you if you get your ass handed to you, because then you're going to be like, well, you were all talk at first, and now you just got your ass fucked up, so good job. All right, so that is an issue because nobody likes an arrogant piece of shit, and that's what he was behaving like during the Life in the Tent call. I'm not going to lie and say Life in the Tent wasn't acting a little arrogant himself, but that's besides the point. Number 4, he'll bring up irrelevant topics and subjects during debates. And he'll also argue semantics with you constantly to try to distract you from the matters at hand because he can't handle the fact that he is wrong. Alright? That's number 4. Number 5, this is kind of a personal one. I know a lot of people may not, necessarily care about this one, but I do. He'll dismiss companies or people based on irrelevant qualities. For example, he dislikes Papa John's not because he dislikes the food, but because he disagrees with some of the right-wing statements of the CEO. That to me is incredibly stupid. It's like people dismissing Chick-fil-A even though they love it simply because of the anti-homosexual sayings that they had going on there. It's all equally stupid to me. It's bullshit. Number 6, he tends to immediately think that when people such as me and MDA are trying to start a serious conversation with him that we're trolling and not being serious. Alright, I know we goof around a lot, but troll posse doesn't mean that's all we fucking do is troll. We like to take things seriously once in a while, and we'd appreciate it if he kind of got the clue about that, and kind of, rolled with the program. Number 7, I think everybody knows this one. He never shuts the fuck up. When people try to explain their side of the matter at hand, whether this be a debate or even a simple conversation, he'll go on running his fucking mouth and trying to dissect every last fucking word that they say, constantly interrupting them and not letting them get a word in inchwise because he thinks that he is 100% accurate with his sayings and that there's nothing you can say back to him that's going to refute the matter. So he just thinks it's king shit what he's saying. That's basically what I'm trying to say here. Number 8. This one, I know some people are going to immediately say, no, this is incorrect. Watch his fucking video, which I'll be sure we have a link of this. He's very insecure about his hair because he stated in one of his videos that there was this chubby kid that asked him, like, when are you going to cut your hair? And John responded very rudely and very ignorantly, I might add, about his weight and taunting him about it and saying, well, when are you going to lose some weight and make everybody's eyes easy on each other? And, the fact of the matter is that is something that society is going to throw at John. All right, that's something that he's going to have to deal with for a while because it's not socially acceptable in our society to have long hair like that. Whether he likes it or not, he's going to get called out on it, whether rudely or just very friendly, which, judging by the impression that John made of this child, the child didn't really, well, I'm not entirely sure if it was a child, but the point is, somebody made a comment about his hair, and he responded, because of his insecurity, very extremely harshly about one of their lesser qualities. Alright, that is a very extremely fucking despicable thing to do to someone. And I really can't believe he made a video admitting that. Like, he just kind of gave away one of his qualities there. Number 9, he's very disrespectful towards people in our Skype calls that don't instigate or say anything to him to begin with. And there's several examples of this, but I'll just cut to the main 2. The first one is that when Martha comes into our calls, he'll sigh immediately in disappointment, extremely loudly, very loud and clear, so everybody hears him, like that. All right, another example, as I stated earlier, is that he'll insult people in response to them making a point or about to make a point against him, because he feels it's unnecessary, he feels it's necessary to make him look less weak than he already is. All right, it's disrespectful, and he clearly doesn't understand how to interact with others without behaving like a jackass. All right, number 10. When a subject is dead or over with, he'll make a smart-ass remark or statement that isn't necessary or relevant in an attempt to bring it back up. All right, there are several examples of this. Doodle has tons of calls recorded where John is arguing with people such as Sketch and Life in the Tent, obviously, even me, and Doodle, you know, when they're having a little text war there, and every single time the matter at hand is apparently closed, even when John likes to say it's closed, he'll bring it right back up by making some smart-ass comment at the end. It's all there in Doodle's videos. Just go and see for yourself. Number 11. He has a very extraordinarily short temper. I think the primary example of this is that the hair insecurity thing. Like, he just doesn't like it. Hearing about his hair, like his hair being brought up all the time, just sort of pisses him off and makes him feel very nervous. So he feels that he has to react very violently. All right, and people don't appreciate or respect anybody that does that, John. Okay, that's not a good thing. Another example, this is not the primary one, but Doodle branched off one of his calls to make his own where John didn't have any power because John was kicking people, and very playfully, I might add, because he was bringing them right back in. But the point is, Doodle branched off to make his own call where he had the power and John did not, and John sat there and complained about it and started whining and bitching and moaning at Doodle like, fuck you, you're not going to take my power away. That's what happened. Alright, John, you have a very short temper and you clearly need some fucking anger management. Alright, and number 12. This is the most important one, to me anyway. You never fucking admit when you're wrong. Alright, deep down you know for a fact when you're wrong and when we're in the right. Or when anybody is in the right for that matter. But just the thought of you admitting to someone that you've made a mistake is just devastating to you. You do realize it's extremely unhealthy to try to convince yourself that you're right when you are very clearly not. And to just walk away from responsibilities, keeping them bottled up inside you forever. You do realize what kind of damage that can do to your brain? Do you realize how dangerous you can become? I hope you do, John. And I hope someday you really do take these into a matter, because not only is it necessary if you want to succeed in our Skype calls, but it's also rather necessary, I would say, to succeed in life. So, good luck with Christina. That's all I have to say left.